Okay, hi and welcome to another Ben Golden Guitar Masterclass. Okay, today we're going to be looking at absolute 80s classic. It's the wonderful, wonderful Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and The Waves. Okay, we're going to play this one, very straightforward, easy, kind of beginner-suited guitar chord version of the song, and we're going to do it exactly the same key as the wonderful Katrina and the Waves version. So the first thing to do is to get the capo and put the capo on the first fret of the guitar. Okay, but like I always say, if you don't have a capo, or indeed if you prefer playing it in a higher key to suit your voice, you might want to experiment putting the capo on different frets, or the alternative, if you don't have one, just try and learn the chords with me and then just practice the song without the capo, and you'll get a good idea of how the song works anyway. But this is to fit in exactly the same key as the Katrina and the Waves version. Okay, so for this one, like I always do, the first thing I'm going to do is start off learning the very, very straightforward chords. We've just got A, D and E in this, but if you already know A, D and E, you might want to forward the video. You will see the tutorial running order coming up on the screen, and if you want to just forward the video to where I've got the chords written down on the screen, you might want to do that and just start practicing along with the song and get it done a bit quicker. But if you're starting out and you want to go through A, D and E with me, let's start off now with the A major. Okay, for this one, I just want you to take your first finger and you put it on the 4th string in the 2nd fret. Your next finger goes right underneath that on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret, and then your next finger goes underneath that on the 2nd string in the 2nd fret. And then with A, we're trying to hit the 5 lower strings on the guitar. We're missing out the bass E string on this one. Okay, just the 5 lower strings. Next up, we've got a D major. Okay, so for this one, I want you to put your first finger on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. Your next finger goes right at the bottom on the 1st string in the 2nd fret, and then your next finger goes in the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Okay, and for D major, we're trying to hit the bottom 4 strings. We're missing out the E and the A string up at the top, the 6th and the 5th strings up at the top, just the lower 4 strings on that for D major. Okay, and last of all, we've got E major. Okay, for this one, got your first finger in the 1st fret on the 3rd string. Okay, your next finger goes on the 2nd fret on the 5th string, and the next finger goes underneath that on the 4th string in the 2nd fret. Now, E major would usually be with all the strings. That's the way you'd usually play an E major. But for this song, for a slightly more funky feel, I quite like doing this one sometimes with the bottom 4 strings, the same as you'd do the D major. But if you experiment with that, you might find your own personal preference. So E would normally be all the strings, but like I said, for this one, slightly more funky feel, I quite like playing it with the bottom 4 or maybe 5 strings. It's got a slightly more funky feel. But experiment, find your best, most preferred way, you know, it suits you the best. Okay, so that was A major, D and E. And as I always say, you might want to stop the video and practice those if you're really starting out, you're not quite sure of them. You want to get used to those changes nice and comfortable. Okay, but if we now have a look at the verse and the chorus section of this song, they're identical, it's the same thing, yeah, the verse and the chorus section of this song. So if we start off with a real simple strumming pattern, just basic downstrokes on the 3 chords, yeah, just with your thumb maybe, but just try it. A, D, 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 E, 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 and D, 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 and A, and D, 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 and an E, 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 and D, 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 and A, and D, 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 E, 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 and D, 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 and A. Okay, and again, basically, if you're really starting out, you might want to stop the video and just practice that kind of simple strumming pattern just to get used to that. That is the very basic chords for the verse and the chorus section. The pre-chorus has got a similar kind of feel, basically, but you just go E to D. That's all it does, the pre-chorus. 3 times you go E, 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 and D, 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 E, E, Okay, Okay, so that is the basic pre-chorus and the verse and chorus of the song. It's that simple. So if you already know some kind of good funky strumming patterns, you might want to go away and practice that. Try it along, playing along with the song, the 80s classic as well. Get your timing sorted out. It's a great, great tune. But if we have a little look now, just to take the strumming patterns just a little bit further, we'll do a quick bit on that. What I want to aim for is just this kind of feel. So the verse and chorus we want to try and get to. And then the pre-chorus would basically be the E to the D, so we've got. And so on, yeah? So what we're essentially doing for that one, if I just slow it right down and we look at the verse chorus section, what we're really doing, starting off with the A, we've got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and if you look at where we're actually changing chords there, it might take a bit of time to get used to, but essentially we've got down, 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 up, change, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, change, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, change, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, change, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and on the pre-chorus section, it's the same kind of strumming pattern, but obviously you're hanging on a little bit longer to each chord. So we're basically going from the E, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, back to the beginning. Okay, so what I want to do now is just, you'll have to excuse the singing, but I want to do a very, very simple, I'll just hum the melody along with it, the verse, pre-chorus and the chorus section. And if you try playing along with this, it should give you an idea of how the melody sits on the chord changes and everything else. But do try, if you are just starting out, just maybe stop the video, practice the chords. It's all about getting used to those chords and the changes, trying to get comfortable with the changes so you can do them nice and quick. But if we start from the beginning, we've got starting with the A, and I'll just give us a couple of bars intro before I start humming the tune. Verse. Okay, so that should be pretty straightforward. The strumming patterns can take a bit more time, but like I said, if you're really starting out, just try the real simple down, 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 and then just try and gradually build it up so you are getting the nice little Okay, so I hope you enjoy that one. Give it a good practice, it'll sound great. Like a lot of the songs I do are very popular at some of the open mic events that I run in southeast London. They're good songs for singer, songwriter, guitar players. Practice it, it'll sound great. All the best, and I'll see you for more great guitar tunes in the future. Thanks.